Hi guys, welcome to a new video, and today I want to talk about promises. And basically I want to talk about some problem that is very common but we have to face all the time when we want to do a lot of requests but create a callback only when all the requests are done. And typically, the things that we used to do is to call one request one by one, and just after the last request, and we are sure that all the responses or all the requested the before requests are done. And in the code is something like this. Sorry, like this. So basically, I have here a function that it called first call, and it's calling a function that its name is getPerson. So basically, I give an ID, and the getPerson function is here, and it's creating a promise. It's returning a promise with this request. So basically here I'm calling the person 1, and after that request is done, I'm calling here in the callback the person 2, and then the person 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. So here I'm getting sure that when the get person 2 is calling, is called, the get person 1 was called. So in that way, in the last request here, I will have all the information in the all requested. The problem here is that is synchronous, and in that way it will take a long time if we are doing a lot of requests. So there's a second way that this function it called second call, really genius. And here I have an ID with all the IDs, and I'm using the map function that basically it will iterate through all this array, and I will call the promise get person and save it in this array. So basically I will have a big array, I mean not too big, just with 13 elements, and these elements will be promises. Okay, but all these promises, they will run at the same time. It will be asynchronous. Okay, and but the problem is that I don't know when all these 13 promises will be like finished. So how I can know when all these promises will be finished to, for example, print all the answers? And there's a function that it calls promise.all, and the argument will be an array of promises. And this function is really awesome because it will the goal of this function is to be sure that this callback, when this callback it will execute, is because all the promises of this list was done. Okay, so in that way, when this function, this callback, it will execute, is because all of this function of all of these promises was done. And here I will have all the name. So basically this second call and this first call, both of them, it will be with the same answer. Both of them, it will have the same answer. So here I will call the first call and the second call at the same time, basically, and let's see the time. So here I will run, sorry, no promises, and as you can see, the second call was done, and we are still waiting for the first call, and just now are done. If I run it again, it's the same. The second call is done, and we are still waiting for the first call, and that is something great because in the second call is asynchronous, and in the first call here is synchronous. But in both of them, we are sure that our callback, that is printing all these names, is executing when all the requests finish. So in both cases we are getting the same goal, but in this call we are doing asynchronous and with a huge difference of time. Imagine that we are just using 7 requested, but in real life we can do basically and without any problem maybe 100 or more. So it's a really good approach when we want to save time in the front end. Okay guys, this video is just to talk about this. It's something really specific and short, and I hope you guys like it, and see you in a new video. So see you, bye bye.